All right, Rich, thank you very much. A group urging people to vote yes in Austin's November tax rate election say that they filed a complaint with the state over a website that encourages Austinites to vote no on Proposition Q. The group claims that this website's creator is breaking state election laws. KXAN's Grace Reader sorts through what the law allows and what it doesn't.
You've probably seen signs like these around Austin lately. The group behind them is called Love Austin. That's a group campaigning in favor of Austin's November tax rate election proposition. The manager of that campaign, this man, Joe Casino.
Prop Q is not about taxes, it's about our values.
The Love Austin campaign says it's filed a complaint against the owner of a website that disagrees with that sentiment, austintaxrateelection.com. Casino's main claim is that the website needs a political advertisement disclosure.
That is letting you know as an individual who paid for this political advertisement. It's very important for the sake of transparency.
We now have an answer to that. The person behind this site is a guy named Nate McGuire, who told us, quote, "I'm a private citizen and I paid for the website out of my own pocket and will comply with any filings required." He also said on social media that he only spent roughly $12 to get this thing up and running. That's important. A quick sheet from the Texas Ethics Commission says there's an exception to the disclosure rule if the person posting on a website, quote, is not an office holder, candidate, or political committee and did not make an expenditure exceeding $100. But Casino says there's more, including signs, which also don't have the disclosure. McGuire told KXAN he's not behind those signs. Still, Casino wants the Texas Ethics Commission to look at this.
The deal is that even still, that doesn't explain who paid for the signs, who is putting out the signs, who is behind that. You know, we just have to take this person's word for it. And we can't do that in an election like this.
Grace Reader, KXAN News.
And if this website or the signs are breaking the disclosure rules, what would happen then? Well, election code says the Texas Ethics Commission could issue a civil penalty of up to $4,000. Now, when Austin City Council approved its budget and tax rate, that rate was high enough that it triggered this upcoming election per state law. If voters approve Prop Q, city leaders have said that it would cost the average homeowner an extra $302 per year, and that the roughly $101 million the increase would generate for the city annually would go toward things like homelessness services, parks, public safety programs, and public health. Election day is November 4th. Early voting starts on October 20th and ends on Halloween. And from state constitutional amendments to school district propositions, we've got you covered. Online right now is our November 2025 voter guide for you. You can keep up with all of the important dates and what you're going to see on those ballots. Just head on over to KXAN.com and look for this guide in our data hub that is under the news tab.